Good afternoon, everybody. We begin this workshop dedicated to the review and analysis of the habitat evidence in the Neolithic societies in the Near East. About a year ago, Mark Lebo contacted me and suggested that I should organize an academic act between framework of ARWA associations. With Anna Bach and Kim Sisa and the all members of the team, we believe that a house and the community building are a subject for analysis and debate. In recent years, there have been many novelties and discoveries, and it is a good to the proposed aid. Therefore, I want to thank very much for the participants.
Then, first of all, thank you so much to all the participants and researchers involved in this conference program focused on houses and social buildings in Western Asia during Neolithic. We must begin again thanking to Marlebo and ARWA, the International Association for Archaeological Research in Western and Central Asia, for encouraging us to organize this event and to give us the tools and the Zoom platform to make it possible. From the ARWA and from the Grampo group, the Department of Prehistory at the Autonomous University of Barcelona, we are very grateful for the big number of participants involved. We should bear in mind that it's an online seminar where many of the participants belong to different time slots, so we highly appreciate the effort of all of them to be present in this conference. These 2 days, which are split into sessions, today and tomorrow, will be published in the ARWA series and will also be recorded in the ARWA YouTube channel. We are also glad because the response has been very positive, since there are 25 contributions with more than 30 participating researchers from 4 main geographical regions involving Western Asia. This conference program is officially entitled Houses and Collective Constructions, Defining the Habitat and Social Activities of the Neolithic Societies in Western Asia. This is an inclusive title that wanted to show the important volume of data and progress of research that has been done and it's being done on this topic, such as the ones related to the study of social spaces, either by their shape or structure, or the houses. The purpose is to better understand the use of the space as well as the architecture of inhabited spaces during the Neolithicization process, that's from the early pre-pottery Neolithic to late Neolithic, from Lebanon to Iran. In today's session, with a general theoretical and sociological approach, we have 4 main contributions that let us update the concepts and backgrounds around housing. For this part, we have been fortunate to be able to count on many of the top experts in the field and who have also made important contributions by providing both unpublished data for the various regions and main theoretical distributions. And tomorrow's session with presentations from 5 geographical areas: Southern Lebanon with 5 contributions, Anatolia with 9 contributions, Zagros and Southern Caucasus with 3 contributions, and Upper Mesopotamia with 4 contributions. Reading the abstracts, it's clear that the authors address the problem using different approaches and methodologies, from architectural evidence to rebuildings, spatial distribution to archaeometric, and so on. We like to expose a couple of concepts that could include the seminar introduced this seminar main is that architecture and buildings are probably one of the most important items of analysis that archaeologists find in an archaeological context, because it can provide a wealth of data on relative chronology, contacts, influences, the transmission of knowledge, production of skill and techniques, and so on. This has been accompanied by an advance in archaeometric analysis techniques, but at the same time, an expansion of the conception of build from various theoretical perspectives at a diachronic and synchronic level, but also at a quantitative and qualitative level. In recent years, there is a growing interest in houses from the point of view of their use and function. Thus, in few decades, studies based mainly on the formal characteristics and the typology classification of building have passed to highlight specialized analysis. These specific methodologies can give us a more detail, such as use and function, or even for a growing sensitivity of scholars on the importance of settlement pattern, building behaviors, and how to infer in cultural pattern and values. However, from various reasons, this type of methodologies are not always applicable, or at least they are, just for a limited number of archaeological samples. We believe that the potential of these studies will be reflected in this conference. In a chronological view, and without pretending to be exhaustive, the most significant transformation will be the highlighted, such as the evidence of a broad evolution over time that could extend to more than 6,000 years, if we consider the first signs of a sedentary lifestyle before the evidence of fully stable agriculture and herder groups. The idea of continuous transformation, that is the succession of chained and interrelated changes, has also varied, making it difficult to investigate single main element or even forerunner of the transformations, which had initially been the objective of coveted search. As Francois Bala said, the archaeological evidence at the beginning of the Neolithic period constitutes solid evidence of innovation in the morphology of the habitat, probably associated with some type of sedentary lifestyle that indicates a more stable relationship with the environment and its economic exploitation, as well as with the first steps of an innovative social organization. That is probably the dawn of the house and also analyzed by researchers. In the same way, the debate around domestic group concerning the habitat continues. Thus, on the one hand, the suggestion that these households correspond to nuclear families persists. This economically will tend to self-sufficiency. On the other hand, some authors have pointed out some characteristics of the habitat, such as the large dimensions of the buildings, like Wadi Ahmed, compared to the excessively small ones, like the other ones as Hayonim Cave, as despite evidences to be attributed in a generalized way to nuclear families are not to more extensive domestic groups. Published by Walla, Gary Morris, Belfer Cohen, among other authors. Similarity, the modifications introduced in the houses from now on more stable and with a greatest investment of work as a result of a stronger link with the territory have been referred to as the origin of the home by some authors as a consequence of a sociological symbolic change, not only in terms of physical entities, but as symbological created places, built environments. Expression of new values and social relations, published by Watkins, Ingolf, Finlayson, and Warren, among others. This vision, on the other hand, has been discussed by Maher and Conke, who proposed that basis of this conceptual terminological attribution can be applied to the Paleolithic societies too, because although much more mobility and architecturally more ephemeral, they also create certain links within certain territories, sources of their subsistence and built structures for their daily practice. On the other hand, the presence of diversity and collective buildings, as well as their connection to different activities, suggests a community organization where resources and infrastructures will be shared among the members of different domestic units. That is to say, a model based on the communal organization of large community groups. Likewise, it could not be nuclear families, but rather a dynamic, fluid, and flexible model, among others. With the aim to advance in this hypothesis and validate them in the different geographical areas, our effort must be focused on reconstruct the reverse path, from the building form to the intention of the builder or the owner. This is why we are happy and excited to take part in this session. It collects different points of view to address to the same problem. We are sure that these sessions will enrich all of us. For us, we are ready to learn. Thanks again to join us. We will also like to introduce Joaquim Cisa, who will be the chairman in this first interesting session. Thanks so much.